Hey, my Liptons. Yesterday, I actually went to go watch Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. So I put in my community tab that I watched it yesterday, and I was gonna do a review today. It's kind of late, so I thought that I might wait till tomorrow again. But I was like, you know what? Let me just get it out the way. So there was a lot of anticipation. There was a lot of anticipation for Black Panther. If y'all go to my superhero talk playlist, you'll see that I did a Black Panther video, so basically stating like, there's gonna be a lot of anticipation for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And even though that Chadwick Boseman tragically passed away, and I knew that they were definitely gonna somewhat use, I guess, not in a sleazy way, but they were kind of gonna use like his death as like a marketing tool for this movie. But I also wanted to expect good writing too. Like, even though yes, we have sympathy, we have to just because it's Black Panther, and Chadwick passing away does not mean that y'all gonna give us a mediocre storyline. Like, I wanted to see some shit. Okay, watching this movie yesterday, I can genuinely say that this movie, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, is probably the best way to end phase 4 of Marvel. Okay, this movie was the best way to end phase 4 of Marvel. And I was genuinely thinking that. Like, I was thinking, after watching this film yesterday, I was like, okay, so like, just starting from phase 4 after Avengers Endgame, with all the Disney Plus shows and the movies that came out, the pros and cons, Black Panther Wakanda Forever was, like, I guess you could say, the cherry on top, the period at the end of the sentence. Just basically, hang it a flat screen in my Nicki Minaj voice. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie yesterday. I did. And I'm gonna do a spoiler talk, obviously. If you guys don't want to hear the spoilers, I suggest don't watch my video until after you guys watch the film. Okay, so where should I start, actually? Okay, because my thoughts are all over the place. Oh, actually, speaking of phase 4, I'm gonna be doing a Marvel phase 4 review of all the films that came out for Marvel phase 4, the good and the bad, that sort of thing. The movies I liked the most and the movies that I hated. So you guys, I think I might do that video tomorrow. Well, yeah, tomorrow. So watch out for that, my Liptons. And please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, okay? So let's start. Now, I think some people are going to ask, did they use Chadwick's death as a marketing tool? And, did they add it to the storyline? Of course, if you've seen the trailers, yes, that is true. That they did use, they definitely made it clear. They didn't insult the audience's intelligence by saying like, oh, like, the Black Panther is elsewhere. No, like, the king is dead, long live the king kind of vibes. So they definitely made that known. I, at first, didn't know how to feel about that before watching the film, but now, like, going on and watching it, I would say, like, I feel like they executed that very well. Angela, like, just Angela Bassett, Letitia Wright, Lupita, I don't know the actress that plays Okoye. I'm so sorry. I don't know her name, but they really, really held it down, okay? And I know some people, maybe some fans might not like the fact that the women are in the forefront of this film. And even me, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to all the recasting T'Challa thing at the end of this review. So even me, I was kind of skeptical, but honestly, after watching this film, I was thoroughly enjoyed. I felt like they really, really did the damn thing with this film. So, just Shuri trying to cope with the loss of T'Challa. Angela Bassett as well is also still in mourning, but Angela Bassett still gotta protect her kingdom at the end of the day. She gotta protect Wakanda. It is what it is. Okay, so on to Namor and the his Tolocaco. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering the name. His army. I'm gonna just say his army. Let me tell y'all something right now. Namor and his army definitely put the beats on Shuri and Wakanda, and I have to be honest. Namor and his army really fucked their shit up. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm sorry, but Wakanda got their asses beat. Even though, it went towards the Black Panther, Wakanda and stuff. They won at the end, but it's like they definitely had Namor not yielded at the end. I don't think that Wakanda would have survived, even with all the technology and because let's be very clear, Namor and his crew, they also got vibranium too. They got that too. They also got the sea. They got water. He literally drowned the queen. So it's like he got vibranium, he got water. It's giving very much like Avatar. Water bending teas. Namor definitely did that. He was such a good villain. Like, especially with the Mexican culture being represented, the Mayan culture being represented. The makeup looks so good. Like, and that's another thing I gotta give the clothing, the makeup people, Ryan Coogler. Like, I really gotta give them their props. They really got these people looking good. Okay, Namor and his crew look good. Like. Angela Bassett, Lupita was giving body, okay? Lupita was giving body, okay? You guys can't say nothing to her. They all looked good. Namor looked amazing. I gotta give shout outs to the costume department, hair, makeup. Also, here's another thing I want to give a shout out to, and I'm gonna give a shout out to Ryan Coogler and everybody else too, because I know, Ryan Coogler and the crew that, that did the movie and was editing. I will say this: the CGI in this film is so much better than it was in the first Black Panther. And you guys know me, I am big on high quality CGI. Like, I hate this like weak ass CGI that the MCU has been doing lately with their movies. Like, I seen it in Thor, Thor Love and Thunder. I felt like I seen some scenes where the CGI was kind of like, ugh. And then was it the Eternals too? Maybe the Eternals also had a situation where then again, I haven't watched the Eternals in some. I have to go watch it to see. But like lately, like the MCU's is like CGI hasn't been hitting. The CGI looks really bad, but for Black Panther, and also we gotta remember too, but the first Black Panther movie, the CGI was not really that good, especially that fight scene between Killmonger and Black Panther. The CGI wasn't hitting. It definitely wasn't hitting. So that's why I have to give Ryan Coogler and the CGI department their props too, because they really improved. Like, I think that they definitely heard people's criticisms about the CGI, and he definitely did better. Like, the way Namor was just flying around and just throwing that spear around, and his army, what's her name, Nomura? I think that's her name, Nomura, and the guy, I'm so sorry if I don't remember their names. They came and they looked so good. The fight scenes look good. Like, for me at least, maybe I have to go watch it again. For me at least, I didn't see any weird like low quality CGI as far as like the fight scenes and everything. I felt like they really executed this very well, and I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Like, that's what I want. Like, I want my concerns to be taken under the consideration and for them to do better. And I've always said this about studios. It's like, listen, movie studios, just listen to, sometimes all you guys gotta do is just listen to fans, honestly. If y'all guys don't want fans to criticize y'all movies, to give constructive criticism or whatever, to give their discipline, just do what we say, honestly. Because we're the ones that's putting money in your pockets as far as like going to watch the movie and movie tickets, especially when the movie theaters are taking a hit, when there's not a lot of people going to the movie theaters as it is. So like really, honestly, it's the big movie studios that are really holding it down for the movie theaters. So it's like, y'all really need to do better as far as like listening to our concerns. And I'm happy that they definitely did that for this film. Like it was beautiful. Like, just, oh my God, even the cave scene where Namor took Shuri into the see his kingdom. It was so beautiful. It was so well done. It was well executed. Love that. Now, I will say this though, speaking of Namor, what I didn't understand, and I get it because, you know, it'd be like, oh, you know, we're both foreign lands, but most powerful, we have vibranium. But here's my thing about Namor that I didn't understand. When obviously, you know, because they abducted Shuri and everything. When they abducted her and brought her to Namor, and, you know, obviously Namor was, you know, saying his cases like, listen, at the end of the day, you know, I do not want like these Westerners or these colonizers to be in here trying to touch my shit. Like, I do not want them touching. I do not want them getting our vibranium and fucking up our kingdom. No. One thing about me, I'm about, you know, as far as like self-preservation, as far as for my kingdom, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And if you can be with me, you can be my ally, or you could be against me. Period. Now, when he was saying that, I was like, okay, Namor, yes. And then, you know, he had a kind of like a, he and Shuri were kind of, you know, talking and stuff like that. And then by next thing you know, he introduces her to the kingdom in the cave, and that scene, that whole water scene, I think y'all guys, whoever watched Black Panther, y'all guys don't know what I'm talking about. For me, I was like, in the theater, I was like, wait a minute. So you just met this girl. She's from a whole other kingdom. You don't know if she's and obviously you were telling her, listen, dude, are you for me or are you against me? It's like, and plus she's out here helping Riri Williams, I think that's her name, the Ironheart. She's out here trying to protect her, and mind you, Namor is the one that wants to kill her for making that machine that can detect vibranium, even though it was the government that stole the thing from her. So it's just like, you know all this stuff, but yet you're gonna go show Shuri your soft spot, like your family, where your family lives, how they eat, how they survive. I don't know. I just feel like it is like, Namor, you don't know her. Like, yes, like you guys are having a cute conversation about, you know, life, love, and he's, you know, you're telling her backstory, but at the end of the day, you still don't know her. You don't know where she stands. And plus, she was out here helping Riri Williams to be protected from you. So that part was kind of just like, okay, Namor, you kind of let your guard down a little bit right there. Like, of course, you know, they're gonna take that into consideration. They might try to use that against you. Either way, that was really good. Angela Bassett is a great actress. Always loved her. She's such a good actress. The scene, I feel like, honestly, okay, obviously apart from the fight scenes, which I really, really loved. I really loved the fight scenes. The scene for me that really, really hit home for me, like that was like, I think it's probably like my top 3 scenes in the movie, was the Queen and Okoye. Like where the Queen was stripping Okoye of her honors as the Dora Milaje and everything. That and then how Okoye's delivery and the Queen's delivery was just so on point in that situation. Like, and just saying like, and the Queen just telling her like, listen, at the end of the day, I lost my son. My son is dead. And then now my daughter is abducted. And you were the one that was supposed to be protecting her, but yeah, you didn't complete your job. And I also think that the Queen was also having some underlying resentment towards Okoye for for fighting with Killmonger in the first Black Panther. So she obviously didn't forget about that. She obviously didn't forget about that. But that whole scene was very, very just like, oh, okay, y'all are acting right now. This is cinema. In my Martin Scorsese voice. This is cinema. Okay? That was definitely a top 3 for me. That was a top 3 for me. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Just the queen's emotions and telling her, like, listen, I lost everything at this point. My son is dead, my daughter's abducted. You better pray that my daughter comes back alive. Because if it's not, it's gonna be your head. Not that she said that to Okoye, but I'm just saying, I'm putting my own little sauce to it. Yes. So M'Baku, I'm not gonna talk too much about. He was cool. He didn't have much of a presence as he did in the last movie, but he definitely had some good one-liners. He had some comedy in there, which was nice. They definitely kept the comedy at a thing. But you know me, personally for me, just a side tangent, I feel like the MCU should eliminate their little comedy stuff that they be doing in the films. This is just an FYI. I have to keep it, and I might say this for my Phase 4 MCU review like tomorrow. They really gotta cut, like, and it's not to say this movie had like I would say the jokes in this movie definitely hit. It definitely hit. I was chuckling at some moments in this film. Like, I was like, okay, oh my gosh, yeah, okay. So, but just in general, as far as like the MCU movies in general, they really, at this point, I don't want to hear jokes. I don't want to hear jokes. I'm so tired. But I'm gonna get to that tomorrow. Shuri as the Black Panther. Okay? Here's my thing. I think because Shuri, and I know obviously in the comic book she does become the Black Panther, but that's way in the future, you know, because T'Challa still had a presence in the comics before that. But I think that because Shuri has, you know, she's the scientist, you know, she's the geek, she's the nerd. So it's like she's not, and obviously she did fight in the first Black Panther, she did do a little, but it's not like she's an athletic, like, just like really beating people up. No, she's not that kind of girl. She's very just like in her little scientist space. So I didn't expect her to really take on Namor to a point. Because let me be very clear, Namor was also beating that ass. I'm sorry, I have to keep it honest. Namor was also putting the beats on Shuri. In that fight scene, that last fight scene, Namor definitely got the best. Like, obviously, because, you know, it is the Black Panther, so the Black Panther always has to win. But I felt like Shuri was definitely low-key giving me Mark from Invincible tease. If y'all haven't watched Invincible, or anybody who watches Invincible, you get what I'm saying. Because, like, in Invincible, Mark was getting his ass beat, like, every episode. It is no shade. But I think because she is like, at the end of the day, obviously she's not about that life. I feel like she had to step up to the plate because obviously with the threat that the threats and the invasion of Namor and his army, and then the death of her mother. So she had to step up. What choice did she have? She wasn't gonna let, at this point her mother died, she wasn't gonna let Wakanda crumble, because that wouldn't be something that her mother or brother would want. So I understand it, but you can tell that Shuri is definitely not a fighter. Like, she's the girl, like, she's the one that makes the machines. She's the scientist. She's that, you know, she's over there. Like, she's the backbone, I guess you could say, of the Black Panther, but she's not the one that's really gonna be like the physical. Because I feel like like Namor was low-key getting the best of her. Like, honestly, it's no shade. Because listen, Namor and his crew can fight. They can fight. Like, even before he yielded. No, while he was yielding, go back to that scene where, like, his army was getting the best of the Wakandans. Like, they were really getting their shit rocked throughout the whole film, mind you. Okay, those are some powerful people. I will say this too. So, Namor did mention mutants, so it's giving very much mutanties, it's giving very much X-Men. So, I don't know. Are we gonna see Namor in an X-Men film or something? Like, is he gonna be in the Professor X's or maybe Fantastic Four? Because I heard that he dated one of the lady from the Fantastic Four apparently or something. So I don't know. So, but then again, I don't feel like Namor is that type to enroll in a freaking mutant school. Like, fuck out of here. He's probably gonna look at Professor X like, bitch, you don't get the fuck out of my face. Like, you talking about Professor X's school of mutant, please. But yeah, Namor is definitely a mutant. He's definitely giving that taste. Maybe him and Scarlet Witch could definitely come together as allies, and we'll see how that looks, because that would be something. Oh my gosh, the Scarlet Witch with Namor? Wow. Yeah, so that's basically my review. I do want to talk about the post-credit scene. Okay. I did low-key have an issue with the post-credit scene. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Because it's like, first of all, T'Challa and Shuri were very, very close. Let's not say and act as if they weren't close. Okay? T'Challa loved Shuri. Like, he protected her. She made his suits. Like, they bonded like that. You mean to tell me T'Challa didn't tell his sister that he was having a baby on the way? And now the baby's born. Now you mean to tell me that, what's her name? Nakia? Or, what is Lupita's? I don't know. Y'all tell me what Lupita's, character name is. You mean to tell me Nakia went to go hide the son in Haiti? Without Shuri knowing? And I know the Queen knew, but it's like, without Shuri knowing? Are you serious? That part I didn't like. Because I just feel like it was unrealistic. Like, I don't think that T'Challa would have never told his sister he had a son. Oh, I wanted him to be away from the pressures of the kingdom. I'm sorry, I don't. That's another. I feel like that's a weird excuse. I'm sorry. I feel like that was low-key lazy writing. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, because it's like, first of all, T'Challa stepped up to the plate. Let's be very clear. T'Challa stepped up to the plate. He knew he needs to protect his kingdom and all that stuff. You mean to tell me that T'Challa wasn't gonna train his son to also prepare just in case if he would have passed away? Like, come on, y'all. Come on. Let's be for real. Okay? I don't know. I didn't like that. I didn't like how they did that. I am happy that he does have a son, but I just feel like, maybe they did that last credit scene where it's like Shuri comes and she's like, oh, where is my nephew? And then we would be like, wait, what? Nephew? Then I can understand. But the fact that Shuri didn't know for 6 damn years that she didn't have a nephew, that she had a nephew? Are you serious? I wasn't really feeling that. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I wasn't feeling that. But other than that, I would say Black Panther Wakanda Forever was definitely a slow burn movie too. It was a slow burn. So a lot of people might not, because let's be very clear, unfortunately, sometimes with people, their attention spans is very low, and they do not like slow burn movies or TV shows. So this is also low-key a slow burn. I will say that. A slow burn, but with great action scenes. Way better CGI than the first Black Panther movie. Way more emotion. You can tell that the stakes are really high in this movie. I have to say that. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I think that it's better than the first Black Panther. I think that the acting was on point. Namor was on point. Just Angela Bassett. Okoye did her damn thing. Lupita, shout out to you. Winston Duke, y'all did it. And I do think that if Chadwick was looking down, he'll be proud of this film too. So tell me what y'all guys think in the comment section below. Did you guys watch Black Panther Wakanda Forever? Did you guys love the film? Did you guys didn't like the film? What's the tea? Tell me. Give me your thoughts, and I will talk to y'all later.